And we are live. Welcome everyone to another PeakFlow Power Hour number 9 actually. It hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Today is actually Black Friday, so hopefully you guys are making a ton of sales. If not, we're here to help you guys for the next Black Friday make a ton of sales. So with that being said, I have my good friend Marcus over here. Say what's up.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
So today we're gonna go over, yeah, just a general Q&A. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to chime in and ask, and we'll do our best to answer each and every single one of them. So a little bit about some of the wins this week. Seems like some people are just joining in now. We have Tyreek with $5,650 in just one single sale. Not too shabby. We have Christian, small win. I secured my first supplier. So excellent. Obviously, the first supplier is always a pretty exciting milestone because that just means that you'll be able to close more suppliers. The first one's always the hardest. And I'll let Marcus
Jackie
go over
Chan.
this one.
Well, we got my man Jackie Chan with the pan, getting hustles in, guys. Anyways, Jackie's a hustler. I will give you guys a little background of Jackie. Jackie's actually, I have a lot of respect for him because not only does he does ecom, he also does personal training. Like he has fitness clients, and he really is a definition of a true entrepreneur. He really be hustling and working. Shout out to Jack. I don't think he'll ever watch this or he'll see this. But maybe I will bring this up one day. But man, this is a guy that dedicates a lot, and I'm telling you guys, when you guys invest in yourself and you apply it to the right vehicle, aka high ticket dropshipping, yes, like you could easily make extra income, side income, main income, active income to substitute and get you towards financial freedom. So shout out to Jackie, man. You deserve it. Happy Black Friday. Let's fucking kill it.
Awesome.
Oh,
And then we have Ty with nice $2,000 order. Not too shabby. And we have Carlos actually doing over 100K. Just sharing this to motivate everyone starting out. Not where I want to be yet, but this is proof that consistency and never giving up pays off. Exactly 1 month ago, my GMC was suspended. So within a month, he already got his store up to 107,000, which is really, 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 really cool. I think he's already doing like 150,000 in terms of November so far. So shout out to Carlos. Amazing, amazing. He's in a very competitive niche also, which just just shows how anything is possible if you put consistency and just go all in.
yo, Trevor. Sorry to interrupt. It's because that actually gave me a question. I've been asked a lot about this, and I've answered it. But I want to ask this to you: like, what makes what makes someone a good high ticket dropshipper? Like how like honestly, like I know what I'm about to say, but it's like what makes like how come Carlos is able to compete, you think? Like what makes a good high ticket dropshipper in your opinion?
Yeah, good question. So why Carlos is able to get up and running super fast is really one. He's actually putting a lot of time into this. There's no like shortcut. If you have 1 hour a day versus if Carlos has, I think he's putting like 5 to 7 hours a day into the business. That's number one.
Mm,
There's no way around it. If you're just putting in 5 to 7 times more time than the other person, you're gonna get results a lot quicker. Second is really just how he presents. I mean, I personally know his site, his whole industry, but we won't share it with
yeah.
you guys. But it's in a competitive industry. But what he does to compete is he has a store that is niche down in his main product type. So it has like the product type in its domain,
Yeah.
and then each of those product types or those product pages, they're hyper optimized for
Mm,
conversions. What does this mean? He has financing, he has all the features, all the videos from the manufacturers, he has real
mm,
reviews from customers. He goes, he just does above and beyond what most other people do, which is just upload the supplier's product to the store and just run ads with a simple
Mm,
description, simple
mm,
images. He takes time and optimizes each product's
mm.
description, images. He does like the AI backgrounds to help stand out in terms of Google Shopping.
Attention to
And
detail.
yeah, attention to detail. It's a lot of things. It's not just one thing that makes up his success. It's all these little things that, together they combine to see results.
That's so beautiful. I couldn't have said it better. It's purely. I think high ticket dropshipping is a reflection of the entrepreneur itself. And when you see someone like Carlos go above and beyond, he's taking hours to optimize every product page. It's just like you could always do something. You could always do more. You know?
Hmm. There's always something to do.
Yeah.
And if you're unsure on what to do, a lot of times that might be the case. Then I
Yeah.
would just recommend like do some competitor analysis. Give
Or get a
them a
mentor.
call. Yeah, give your competitor a call and see how is their customer service compared to yours, how is their website compared to yours, how is their ads compared to yours. And if they're better, and you have to be truthful about it, if they're better, use that and leverage that to improve your website and your business. So we got Miguel over here, nice little fifty-one
Last second.
thousand dollar month with just 7 orders, which is actually pretty good. Like that's like
7-8K average
five,
order value.
yeah, really high AOV, which is good. Um, and you can obviously see like the graph. He made most of his sales most recently. So the thing with higher AOV is the sales are more sporadic, meaning they're less consistent. You're not gonna get, at least for now, you're not gonna get daily $7,000 sales until you're pushing a ton of traffic, spending a lot on ads, which is okay. You just have to be aware of that and just push through during this dry season. It's that time again
Again.
where Marcus explains who he is, just to give all the new listeners and the new people that are watching this on YouTube, who is Marcus Lamb?
That is a loaded question, Trevor. Don't put me on the spot in a live asking who is Marcus Lamb. For those that are new, this is the board that we show every day, and I'm proud of it because this highlights everything in my life very simply. I was in school, I was in college, I was going to go to the 9 to 5, and I had a life set up for me. I just asked a few basic questions when I first started. Around sophomore year of high school, I Googled how much is 100K per month after taxes. I think the number came out to like 6,000. And I remember I was reselling shoes already, and I was making like I made 4,000 in like the month, and I still had like half the month to go. So I was like, wait a minute, that can't be the cap. Obviously, I know like after 6K you have money in like investment, this and that, but I was just numerically like that's what got me thinking like I want to make 100K a month. I don't want to just make 6, 10K. And then the cool thing was I actually had someone in college. He was the same grade as me, and he was doing ecom. He was doing 30K months, 40K months, 50K months, and then he was flexing. So that got me even more inspired. So I hit him up to ask him to mentor me, and he tried to charge me 10 grand, and he made me feel dumb when I was meeting him. So I didn't. It rubbed off on me to like I could do this myself. Bro. I'm gonna just go on YouTube and that's how I started. And then from then on, it took a few years to even grasp drop shipping, to even get out of societal norms of, it's kind of like crabs in a bucket. If you shy away from the traditional route, people will kind of doubt you. People will give you funny faces. They might say something one way, but say another thing to another. So I had to go through that. Ended up finding success with low ticket, got into debt because I scaled the wrong winning product. The product that I scaled was terrible. I had no business experience. So I can't be mad at myself for it. And through all of those perils, I stumbled across a young Don. The Don right now is wearing a nice, beautiful gold chain right now. Just scratch his face. He knows who he is. And then, what's funny is I think Trevor tried to sell me into his mentorship, or I tried to sell him. And then we're both just talking to each other. And then we end up just like, yo, you're pretty cool. Or at least that's what I was thinking. And then I was like, and I'll tell you what made Trevor different. Oh, Christian actually asked
It
that.
it,
But
it
that's
kind
how
of kind of goes into the your story.
it does go. I mean, this is my life. This is actually what happened. So I met Trevor, and the what stood out to me about Trevor was he responded faster than anyone I've seen respond. Like he could actually keep up with just responding. And he was also I during that time I felt very I felt very distant from my friend group and people I was going out with, just everything, because I'm working on like Thanksgiving Day, Black Friday. I'm working on holidays, and then everyone else is kind of just like cruising through life a little bit. And I'm preaching like I work hard, go to the gym, and I found Trevor to just be someone that was like could keep up. I was just like he's very like competent and like very like interesting. Like I could learn, and then that's how everything just kind of blossomed. Just like seeing what he's doing, sharing with him what I'm doing, and then we ended up helping other people doing what they're doing, and it's just started becoming a community and a group, and that's how things just started naturally evolving. And so that's now. If I could just say one thing to anybody right now that's struggling during that time, you're maybe like your parents aren't supporting you, or your friends aren't, giving you that support that you need. Now is not forever. Like they might not see the vision right now, but you got to be the one that's like, you make the vision come alive. You have to believe in it first before other people believe in it. So now is not forever. Keep on grinding, keep on going. Love. That's it. Every week I'm gonna have a new way to do it. But that's mine for this video. Thank you, Trev, for the time. Yeah.
Yeah, now is definitely not forever, and you can't lose sight of your vision. And if you
Yeah.
do lose sight of your vision, then like let's say you start a business and you're one in. Well, it's really like the it's that meme where like someone's mining diamonds and they're just going full force, and one person's just almost there, but they're turning back. They're just so close to actually hitting gold that they just give up too quickly. So now is not forever. I totally agree. Like you need to stay focused with your vision and stay focused every day. Like I would recommend just have a vision board, print it out, and literally tape it to your wall. So as soon or tape it to your ceiling rather. So as soon as you like open your eyes in the morning, you see it. Like that's your vision. You need to like understand why you're doing this in the first place. It's very important.
Yes,
So I
sir.
guess that's the answers Christian's question. I guess more technically, uh, we met in like a Skype group that
We did.
was about like Google Ads. Yeah, and a little bit about me. So I started dropshipping in 2017 with eBay, and then I did Facebook Marketplace, and then I also did low ticket dropshipping. I did it for 2 years. I had a general store actually. I sold some of my winning products was a graphic tablet, a art drafting table, night vision glasses. I even sold air conditioners. Like those were my winning products at the time. And the thing is, like I wasn't. The problem with low ticket dropshipping is that it wasn't really like finding winning products. I mean, it kind of seemed like it was just gambling at the time. But like after you have a winning product, within a week, within a month by the latest, you're going to have literally competitors stealing your product pages, stealing your website, stealing your ads, copying you. And like it's never ending cycle of trying to just do something different and just being copied every day. That's how I felt at least. Along the way, I tried so many other business models, like agency, affiliate marketing, content sites, and although I had success in almost all of them, the one that really took off for me was Facebook Marketplace dropshipping and high ticket dropshipping. And the reason why I don't do Facebook Marketplace dropshipping is the business model is just dead. Facebook changed some of its algorithms at the time, and basically making sales was just crickets. Like nobody was making sales at the time. So I eventually gave up on that business model because at that point I was doing nothing. And if I used that time actually those 3 years that I put focus on this business and I put it towards high ticket dropshipping, I would have been even further ahead now. Because at the end of the day, my time that I put towards this business model, even though I did make a good amount of profits, I had no asset that I could sell. I closed down that business, and it was worth $0. If I were to close down my high ticket dropshipping business, it would be worth a good lump sum.
Let's go through some
So I
questions real quick.
guess yeah, I'll just wrap it up. I guess one thing you should take away for this is just if you stay consistent with just one business model, more likely you will succeed with it. So with that being said, let's go back to ask your questions. X Capital says, "Hi guys, my supplier didn't ship the products yet. It's been almost 2 weeks without any update. And he told me UPS didn't working." What do you have to say with this?
So I'll go first. I mean, like, I don't think UPS ships freight, so I don't know what you're selling, but like a legitimate supplier is not going to have that big of a problem. That was a problem that I felt with low ticket when I was like doing massive volume and I'm trying to get someone to ship all these products. I sold the air conditioner, I sold like those foot massagers, a lot of things, and that was the problem I faced. But high ticket drop shipping, you're going with freight. It should not.
Unless
UPS
it's,
does
it's just unless it's like something light, maybe accessory or something.
call the supplier. Call them until their fucking line blows up. Like, the hell, shit, my
Yeah,
product.
yeah. It's been 2 weeks. Although it is Black Friday weekend, it shouldn't take 2 weeks to ship it out though. So yeah, absolutely call the supplier, and if you can't get a hold of someone, literally just call every single number you can find from the supplier until you get a hold of someone. And know that moving forward, like some suppliers are just not as responsive, and you just need to note that because if you have a bunch of orders with them and they don't pick up the phone, they don't answer your emails while you're in a bad situation, don't ever sell that supplier again until they fix that problem. So you just need to be aware of those problems with each supplier. And each supplier is not perfect. There's pros and cons with each supplier. So X Capital also said, "Have you guys ever had a period, or have you guys ever through in a period that you even focus on your online business or study for university? I'm already in my third year."
So I'll go first. When I was in school, when I was in college, I don't know if you guys can relate, but school and university is the easiest fucking joke. Unless you're in like medical field, I say, because medical does not resonate with me. But if you're in business, I was in business school, the business homework, the projects, all of that stuff wasn't really that hard. So I always tell people when they're in college, you could try to start both. Like you could literally manage and get good. I mean, I got 3.8. I was in Greek. I was in a fraternity. So I was like, I had social, like I was like chilling. I was getting good grades. And then I was even going to class that much, but I maintained the grades from doing all the assignments. And all of that free time, I was like literally working for the fraternity or just going on YouTube and studying and building the business. I really think you could do both. I think university is the best time you could even start. You have 4 years of doing literally nothing. And that's also the problem. You're like needing funds and stuff. University, unless you're going to for like the medical space and maybe lawyer, like for the average person that's going for like sales, marketing, business, you don't need it. That's my thoughts on it.
Hmm. I guess I have a question. Could you use your university funds to start your business? Is
No,
that you can't?
no. Here's the thing. People take out student loans, bro. Banks don't give
Mm-hmm.
you loans like that amount of money to start a business. You have to go through so much approvals. They're gonna go through everything to give you any
No,
money.
I mean, I guess I never applied for a student loan, so I don't know. But do they just send you that money, or does that automatically go to pay for the classes?
I think it's just paperwork that like you don't really even see the money. It's just like a transfer. I think. So
Okay.
here's the thing. I applied, bro. I applied to Matt Scholarship, but I forgot what it was called. Um, damn, I haven't been to college in a while. I forgot what the scholarship was called. But I got scholarships, so my tuition was paid off. I literally just had to pay for rent, and rent was only like 500-600 a month.
Hmm.
Oh, oh.
I was thinking like if you are using a loan, can you use or like siphon that money somehow and use that to fund your business? But it doesn't sound like
Bro.
it's possible.
Yeah, let's not get started with student loans. That's the thing. Everybody could take student loans out, but you can't take money to start your business out.
Hmm. What would you think would be the best degrees if someone would to go to college? You go first.
Put me off the fucking spot, Trevor. Um, so here's how I think of it. I think you need college, and I think you need university. And I think you need those core programs to keep society functioning. You need a place for education. You can't just be like, fuck university. I say it's like 50-50. 50% of people going in for like lawyer, even though lawyers might be destroyed by AI soon. And then doctors, which also might be destroyed by scanning and AI soon. Um, those were the things that I think going to college mattered more. Like, for example, when I went to school for business because I was trying to learn more business. And when I picked up the textbook, keyword textbook, and I was studying McDonald's and Apple from like 1970, 1980, and then 2010. Bro, I'm not learning sales. I'm not learning digital marketing. Dude, I had and this is why I excelled because the classes I took was relevant to what I was trying to do. I did marketing. So like here's a funny story. I had this one super big project for my marketing class one time in college. It's like those 2-month projects that you have to do, like those midterm projects. You know, since the start of the semester, the college, the professor's like, oh, like make sure you guys are taking your time for the midterm project, blah blah blah. So me and my group, like we scrambled up until like the last week, and the project was like you just have to build like a marketing campaign for like this one brand. So like we were all scrambling, but during that same time, I was actually like getting obsessed with Facebook ads. So what I did was I took a product that I was drop shipping. It was like this light bulb camera product. I call it spy cam or some shit, some stupid thing. And then I ran like $25 Facebook ads and I screenshotted my ad groups and my ads. And then I presented it to class because it's a presentation they have to do. And I'm showing them this is the marketing campaign. I would find product, I would build a brand, and I would run Facebook ads. And the professor is just like, you can't lie about this. His look was he was impressed, but he also didn't like how I was saying shit that like kind of took away his shine because I know he didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. Facebook ad groups, pixel conversion tracking, bro. I was talking in like the internet language, and that's when I knew I was like, dude, school's a fucking joke. Like when it came to like business, I was like, bro, this shit is a joke. You guys don't even understand Facebook ads. You guys are learning about Apple and like, yeah, I get it. You could study them, but dude, this is nothing to do with me making money. Business, I want to make money. How do I make money?
Yeah, I think it is also important to study Apple and like these big companies,
True.
but the thing is, you don't have a company yet that can compete or
That's
that's
what I'm
that
saying.
large.
I'm a small
There's no
business, bro.
point.
Like
You don't even have the business startup. Teach us how to start the business first. Step one. You're teaching us step 10. Doesn't make sense.
exactly,
Use logic.
exactly, exactly. And I will say, I want to point out one more thing, Trevor. What I learned in college was applicable for me and my business journey now. Like
Mm.
learning about vision, like company vision and mission statements. That was what I was learning. But that's like exactly what you said. It's like level 10 stuff. It's like, dude, when you first start, you just trying to make some like liquid cash flow. Bring that in. You're not building a fucking big ass corporation. Everyone wants to build a big corporation, but it's like, dude, 98% of business fail. Let's try to just let's just try to beat other people, guys. Let's not read this textbook. Let's just look at what's going on the internet. These guys are flexing Lamborghinis. You guys are flexing. Like, what are you flexing? You're not flexing anything.
Yeah,
My
definitely don't worry about your
you know,
yeah, worry about your mission statement way later. You don't have to worry about that before
facts,
you.
facts, like
That's just
facts.
funny.
That's what they're
Yeah.
teaching me, bro.
No wonder no wonder people graduate and don't know what to do.
I agree. Like you need mission statement, but not when you're first starting off. First start off, you need to know, bro. You need to learn discipline and focus. But like school will teach you a whole entire opposite of that, right?
Your mission statement when you're starting out is just to make as much money as possible,
Just make some
fast,
bread. Let's
and
just see some money. I want to flex a watch, bro. Like, come on.
fail fast and learn. That's your
Yes, sir.
mission statement in the beginning. Yeah, I guess my answer to my own question was like, which degrees are the best? Yeah, honestly, like looking back now, the best degrees is no degree. And if I were to restart, it would be no degree again, and I would do sales. Sales, like you don't, as long as you're in like a decent sales training, I feel like it's the best thing. It's the best degree, I guess you could quote
What
it
draws sales
to.
to you, or like, why do you say that? What makes you say that?
Because it's just universally usable. Not only once you understand sales, you will never be broke again. It doesn't matter what, because every company, if you think about it, relies on sales. They are at the forefront of the company, and what makes or break a company is how good the sales reps are. So if you're a killer and you're born a killer and you or are going to be trained to be a killer in sales, doesn't matter what opportunity, you're just going to be the best. And I was listening to a podcast this morning. Um, it's like 20% of the sales people make up 80% of the income. So it's not like those 20% are like 10 times better than the 80%. It's just they're marginally better than the majority. So if you think about this way, like if there's two horses in a horse race and the first horse beats the second horse by a nose, is that horse better than the second horse by 10 times? No, they're just better by a nose, and that first horse will make 10 times more money. So it's really not about like being 10
Mhm.
times better. It's just being marginally better and just presenting yourself.
Well said.
Cool. Cigar said, "Hey, what's up?"
Yo, what are some of the
Christian.
most common misconceptions people have about high ticket dropshipping? I'll start. Um, I think sometimes, like when me and you, Trevor, we make videos and stuff, we make it seem a little bit easier than it might come off. Okay. And I think the biggest misconception is like people forget that like high ticket dropshipping, yes, is a business model. It's just business. Like at the end of the day, you're just finding a product for lower and selling it for higher. It's like dropshipping has always existed. This is just another segment of dropshipping. And people think that like it's a get rich quick scheme. Like it's possible to get really rich and go crazy and build an income and escape your life. But the biggest misconception is also like because it's we're always like telling people like you should start, you should start. It's also like you can really tell the strong from the weak. Like I don't know how to say that nicer, but like high ticket dropshipping really reveals the entrepreneur. It reveals their attention to detail. It reveals how careful they are to everything that's going on. Are they organized? Are they go sales? Are they an entrepreneur? The biggest misconception is that people sign up for high ticket dropshipping doing it and they forget that this is a business. And in order for you to get to like 10K, 100K, a million, it's like how many people do you have to talk to? How many orders have to be fulfilled? How many supplier connections do you need? You're building a business, guys. The misconception is yes, like this is a vehicle, but you still need to work. You still need to put in the work and build your team. Feel me? That's mine.
Mm.
That's mine.
And also, kind of to add to that, is like I've noticed entrepreneur is like people hate that word. To the normal people that don't run a business, I've seen if you put entrepreneur on your profile, they assume that you're just broke and just doing nothing. I just seen that pattern come up, which is pretty funny. I guess a lot of entrepreneurs are that way, but yeah, it's just a big misconception most people have. Uh, for me, the most biggest misconceptions people have about high ticket dropshipping is that it's easy. It's definitely not easy. Uh, Nothing in life that comes easy is worth it. So pretty straightforward. I would just say, like what Marcus said, high ticket dropshipping really does reveal who the weak people are and who the people that are born to succeed are. Like
Like
not
they're
saying
about it. You're just about it. Like you
not
know what
not
to do.
yeah, not saying like someone making less sales than just say Carlos for example, they're weak. No, it's just maybe he has more skills than another person, and a lot of times it's just time. Time has to catch up. So yeah.
Well said, Trevor.
Zane Reynolds says, "How do y'all do product research?"
What's up, y'all?
Good
Um,
question. Product research. We don't actually do product research. We do niche research. Basically, with high ticket dropshipping, you're selling a niche of products. So think living room furniture, not just a table or a chair. We want to do a niche because this limits our risk, allows our store to grow a lot bigger than just selling one single product. And usually with high ticket dropshipping, you're carrying a lot of products. So the manufacturer usually has thousands of products, not just one. So yeah, we have lots of videos on our channel on how to do niche research. We also have a free school community that will teach you how to do that for free. Yeah.
X Capital, learn how to write. Damn. Internet. No chill. What's the most effective way to retarget potential customers who have shown interest in high ticket products? I think the straightforward answer is Facebook remarketing. You know, if they come on, they've clicked your ad on Google, you get them on, you have their data, and now they're seeing you on other platforms, maybe Facebook, maybe Instagram. And it's just more about getting more people back onto the website, you know, as many touch points as possible. That's what I would say,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just all the ecosystem.
Yeah. All you really need is Facebook and Google. Those, if there's two channels that you master, it's going to be those two for paid ads. Google remarketing, it's a lot straightforward. You just create an
Mm-hmm.
audience. As long as you have Google Analytics installed on your store, you can create an audience of people that bend to your store and attach those audiences to your shopping campaigns, your search campaigns, your display campaigns. I would just stick with shopping and search. You display usually, the tracking is awful with display. I wouldn't recommend it. It's usually just a money pit in my experience. Oh, I accidentally skipped someone. Um, Eric says, "I'm new to high ticket dropshipping. For example, if I sell a fireplace for 5,000, do I have to get inventory for fireplaces?" So the answer to that is no. You don't need to have inventory up front. Some suppliers may, I would say like it's 80-20. 20% of suppliers might want you to have some inventory up front. Usually those suppliers can be pretty good. So you want to always work towards having inventory. But in the beginning, you don't need inventory up front. It would not make sense having to buy like 20K, 30K worth of fireplaces just to hope to sell them. It'd be a ton of risk.
Facts.
Nose Kona says, "Hi guys. First of all, I want to thank you, Trevor and Marcus, for all your great content."
Thanks, Nose.
I have a question about testing Google Ads. How much budget do you recommend to get sales when you already have your niche in, for example, 3 to 5 brands on your website? Thanks a lot. So the answer to that is $30 a day is recommended, or $1,000 for the first month. And with your first $1,000 in ad spend, I mean, honestly, in your first 500, as long as you're doing things correctly, you should see your first few sales come in. And if you don't, it really just comes down to, hey, are your ads correct? And if your ads are correct, are you getting leads? If you aren't getting leads, that means your website is a problem. And if you are getting leads but you're not closing them, then it's your sales process being the problem. So it's a very logical business when you think about it that way.
Well said. I feel like that's Johnny. Johnny, what's up, Johnny?
Is this the Johnny you know, or
I
which
think it's
Johnny is
that
this?
Johnny. I think it's him.
Okay,
It's him. What's up?
it's been a while. How are you, Johnny?
Hope all is well. Happy Thanksgiving, bro.
Hey, if we
Hey,
do high ticket dropshipping, so
so
ad costs.
don't do high ticket
Yeah,
dropshipping,
just
bro. If you send a supplier that, like, bro, like, don't do high ticket dropshipping.
how much would Google ads? Why?
Oh shit.
Yeah, I just answer this question. $1,000 or $30 a day. If we build fast, how long should it take to see some coin? Is there a lot of untapped niche? I mean, do you want to answer this, Marcus?
I'll start. Um, Coin, if meaning like make some moolah, I totally understand. It really depends. Okay, there's two things that I want to talk about. Untapped niche. The thing is, from my experience, it's just kind of like every market is just so different. Like I feel like if it's untapped, then there's not as much search volume. So it's like it's really a trade-off that you have to find. Obviously, some niches are gonna be more competitive and others less competitive than others. From my experience, what I'm seeing, it's like a niche matters. Also, you don't want to go into like super competitive, but then what's even more important is back-end optimization. It's like how well are your product page structured? What kind of offers do you have? Are you running your ads profitably? Like every single dollar is going to the right keyword, sales process. So to answer that, it's like, can you build it fast? We've seen students come in, and like 2 weeks in, they're starting to like scale up. But it's also because like they've had experience, maybe running a business before, so they understand business. That's the thing. You can't rush the process. Time also has to catch up sometimes. If you come in with straight no business experience, it's gonna be longer for you to see it. Whereas like when I came into high ticket dropshipping, I already knew Google ads. I knew how to find product. I literally just needed suppliers. I knew how to run. I understood CTR, CPC, cost per acquisition. I understood those words. So that's the difference. That's what determines the speed. It's your depth of knowledge. So I don't know where you're at. So I don't know how to answer you. This is a really more like one-on-one call. So you can schedule a call with my team. See if we can work together, brother.
Yep, definitely. If you build fast, have the right direction, we will succeed faster than people that don't put in as much
Yeah.
time. It's just really that. But also, yeah, for some reason, I see like we give the same information out, and some people it just takes them a month, and some people it just takes them a couple of days. It really just comes down to like I feel like a lot of people just overthink things, or maybe we're just we think it's too easy because we've done it so many times. It could
That's
be a
probably
mix of both.
yeah. That's probably makes it both.
Yeah, honestly, don't overthink things because, like, I think the niche is what most people overthink. Like, they take months, 2 3 months. Sometimes I've seen. Uh,
Right.
yeah, in some cases, just to pick the niche. Like, I pick niches, same day within an hour. Move with speed. Move with speed. MB Finest says, "Why should I choose you as my mentors instead of others?"
Great question. I'll start. You don't have to. That's the thing. You don't need to choose us. You could go on Google, go on YouTube, search up high ticket dropshipping, and you could use your logical reasoning to deduct, where are you actually going to see the most results? Because to me, what I see is like, everybody in high ticket dropshipping, everyone in dropshipping, like we're giving out the info. You come to the free school community that me and Trevor have for you guys, like we put both of our course info, we answer questions. Like there are people literally getting results just from that. Okay, it's just gonna be more about like mentorship. You know, it's not even just high ticket dropshipping. I would say it's gonna be more of like find a network of people that could level up. You know, that you could level up with, that you see yourself in. You know, so it's just all about like what resonates with you. I don't know you, bro. You know, the people that click with me and my group are people that have self accountability, are people that value integrity above all, are people that want to level up in life. We aspire more. We're craving more. And if I could explain, it's freedom. That's what drives me. I'm sure Trevor could relate too. It's freedom. We're freedom fighters. And we want to surround ourselves with people that are also freedom fighters, that are top of their game, that understand brotherhood, that understand self-excellence, that are about this life. So, I mean, if you're not about it, it's fine. You know, this is not for the weak. Why are the individuals who have course and I ticket all come from 2020? Be honest, that you learn from the same person. So I didn't learn from the same people Trevor did. But I have to say, like, I also was on YouTube once, and I learned from all of the people before me. Okay. I think part of the game is kind of learning from everybody. I find no problem with learning from other people. And then you just grab your own knowledge, you applied it, and now you're sharing what you learned. So that's what happened to me. But yeah, I didn't learn from the same. Like we definitely cross contaminated a little bit with Shri with Google Ads in the beginning. But like,
Yeah, you everything you said I agree with. Like, took the words out of my mouth. You don't really have to choose this. You use your best logical decision on who you think
yeah,
personally you have a connection with, and go from
yeah.
there. And at the end of the day, you could get started with the free content. Like, there's absolutely no risk. Um, how does the
How
shipping
does
and
the shipping
handling work?
and
Yeah, I'll read it. Does that mean
handling?
we create a website for already existing product and then dropship from there? How to build trust? Do we need UGC content or branding measures? So, how does shipping handling work? If you understand what dropshipping means, is just someone buys from your website, you send that purchase order to the supplier, and the supplier ships it to the customer. So, in terms of shipping and handling, that part is simple. Do, does that mean we create a website for it? You will need a website, yes, and then you will place those supplier products on your website. And in terms of building trust, there's a lot of ways. UGC content is going to be expensive for high ticket. If you can afford that, that would be good. But I never started with that, and most of our clients never ever start with UGC content. What we highly recommend you prioritize just having at least some socials on the website, and then having orders or getting orders and then calling those orders after they are delivered to get real reviews from customers. That's the best way to get them legitimately, because I know a lot of people in ecom, they blast fake reviews all over their website. It's very easy to tell which is real, which is not. But the stores that have real, genuine reviews from customers, they're in the business for the long run. So No said, how last question. If you find a niche that is working, etc., what makes you win? What makes you win and have some sales? And what makes you beat your competition? How to instantly win with your niche choice. You don't instantly win. It's really just making changes over time to beat your competitors. It could be a lot of things. So if we just look at the ad, maybe their titles aren't very optimized. Well, you do your title optimization. Boom, you're better with them there. Maybe their images aren't as great. So you do image optimization. Boom, you just beat them there. And maybe they don't have an offer on the Google Shopping ad. Well, you add that, you have another edge over them. It's just stacking these little edges or competitive edges on your business that gives you momentum and beats your competition. That's on the ad part. It could be on a product page, or it could be how you're actually spending your ad budget. A lot of these factors go into how you beat your competitors. Um, but yeah, the website and the offer, meaning if two people are selling the same sauna for $8,000, why should I choose this site over the another site? Well, this site offers a free heater or free installation or something different about their offer than the other store. Well, I'm going to choose that because that sounds more appealing, or that is something I need. So it's really about offer positioning and how you portray your your product at the end of the day. Brian said, "Yo,
What's good,
yo,
Brian? That's Christian's. That's Christian's fam. What's good, bro?
nice."
Johnny.
Oh, we answer that. I'm good, bro. I'm much happier now that I'm not doing ecom, doing things I already learned from a kid working with my dad, and building a business with my family. Awesome.
Good, bro. Honestly, I'm not gonna get too personal with it, but I'm glad it's good with family biz. It was something you had to do.
Nice. Okay, thank you very much. So we follow the tofu mofu bofu. It's like $5 per level. So I assume it's $15 per brand. Well, you can spend more than $15 per brand, but you want to spend most of your budget in the medium and low campaign to start with. It's really like a 70-30 split that I would recommend. 70% of the budget going to the medium and low, and 30% of the budget going to the high. Eric said, "How much money do you recommend to begin with for a beginner?" 1,500 to 2,000 is recommended. We helped one client specifically with, they only had $500. That was like early on before the program even started. Um, yeah, they only had $500 and they were able to make it work, but it was a lot of careful planning to, and it's honestly a little luck involved as well. We were able to find like an uncompetitive niche, get in with
Yeah.
some good suppliers, and then see pretty fast ROI on the ads.
Yeah.
Do you implement AI in the process?
I use AI now. I use AI a lot more. You kind of need to use AI in your business in one way, form, or the other. So one way you could use AI is do product optimization. Like back then, when I was writing descriptions, I would either hire, yeah, I literally hired a copywriter back then to write my descriptions. This was when I was doing low ticket Google ads though, and I remember it was charging like $4 or $5 an hour, and that was just like monthly expense coming in. It's so cool. I literally just needed someone to just write, because then I could go in and fix and add in keywords and stuff at scale. But now it's like AI could just write it for you, and that
Mm.
also goes with blogs, that goes with SEO content. It goes with even um writing videos sometimes. It helps a lot with brainstorming. Do you guys know about this? Yeah, I'm gonna put you guys on 1 second. Trevor, you can answer first. I'll put you guys on something.
I was about to say, like, I paid a copywriter too. Like, they were doing each product individually. This was when I was in low ticket. Individual products, they would cost like $10, $20 to optimize.
ChatGPT, write me a product description for the portable air conditioner with SEO optimized keywords.
Introducing our portable air conditioner, the ultimate solution for instant cooling comfort wherever you are. Introduce.
Bro, like you write this, copy and paste, change it up. My speed of process, like I don't need to. It's faster. This is how you use AI, guys. It's literally here.
And it's free. Literally. I don't know why some people say like ChatGPT costs money. Like, bro, it's free. Just sign up for an account and you can use all the features. Would the process of high-tech e-com be the same in the UK? Uh, Similar, just some, or the suppliers in the UK don't have MAP, which is minimum advertised price. So in terms of like how the advertising strategy would be, is you really can't spend most of your budget in the medium and low. You want to diversify it, meaning like 70% of your budget is going to be going to the high, and 30% of your budget will be going to the medium and low.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Is this the person that asked us about the mentorship thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no disrespect, MB Finest. I'm sure you're an amazing person, beautiful, but this is what I can't work with because have you ever just YouTubed UK high ticket dropshipping? You know, there's other people like that are making videos on UK high ticket dropshipping, right? Why are you not going above and beyond? You know, like so this is what mentorship is like. It's not for the weak, it's not for everybody, but it's like, yo, let's really build this, because you guys are building a business, guys. All right, that's the one thing. You guys want to know what we're about? We're about business owners. Like, we are businessmen, you know, business acumen, all of that. That's what we embody. You know, that's what we're about. So yeah, YouTube that, bro. Shouldn't I even have asked that?
Amazing. I would have said the same thing. What were some of the qualities you saw in your mentor to make you choose them?
I'll start. I got scammed before. I've lost $3,000 in mentorship before. I paid another like $4,000 for a BS mentorship, and then I got a few really life-changing programs. Shout out to QnAs. I owe him that always. Dude, when I look for mentors, I look to see if they could help me, right? And I look to see if they're actually genuine, if they care. That's what I look for in mentors. I can just tell. You could tell if someone actually cares enough for you. And the ones that don't, they don't care what you really do. Like, here's the stuff. Go do it a little bit. You could just feel. It's just you know, you have to
Just
try.
the vibe.
It's the vibe. Exactly, Trevor. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His last question is: Do you think it's realistic to make 100K profit from HT solely and not being involved in social media and posting content? Yeah. But I would say social media and posting content for your e-com store is very valuable.
Exactly.
I'm sure you don't want to show your face to the world, but that's okay. But I would say there's more pros than cons than not doing social media.
I would say just just go on Google and you just search like products and you see other people doing it. Like, I mean, they're doing it. You know what I mean? Should you have multiple different items in your website, or should you make different websites for different products? That's actually a really good question.
Yeah, the answer is multiple different products on your site, or should you make different websites? Yeah, your website should be a niche. So if you're selling saunas, you want to be selling saunas, sauna heaters, barrel saunas, 2-person saunas, 3-person saunas, all the different variations of saunas. Depending on how your niche is positioned, if you're like the saunaking.com, then you only really want to sell saunas. But you can put in like cold plunge tubs, things that have to do with saunas. But ideally, the store being niched down is the way to go. So you can have multiple products depending on how your store angle is.
What are some of the biggest breakthroughs you had in the last 6 to 12 months? Oh my God. That's a loaded question. That's a great question. I'm sorry, Trevor. I'm excited. I'm going to go first.
Go for it.
My biggest breakthrough, it sounds so freaking weird. It's just, I've learned a lot more about myself than I could have imagined from the businesses just growing. Because as your business grows, you also have to develop yourself as a leader for the business, as the business owner. You have to learn more about yourself. My biggest breakthroughs was just realizing more about my own personality, realizing my flaws, realizing my strengths. Like, one of the biggest breakthroughs that I realized that I'm actively working on is organization. Like, if you're around my team and stuff, like I'm always preaching that, because like I'm unorganized as fuck. Like, and that's why I'm glad I met Trevor. Trevor is like super organized, so I learned from him, and that's what I'm trying to say. My biggest breakthrough is realizing what my strengths are, which is I love talking to people. I love people. That's just why I'm doing this. What I'm doing is like I like helping you guys. I like answering your questions. I like sharing with you guys what I learned. I like people. I want to see the world a better place, you know, if I can. That's my strength. I think I embody that. But my weakness is like with that, you gotta be practical too, Marcus. Like, you gotta be let's you know, make sure everything is organized, clear, the engine's good, systems are good. So like I'm actively working on that. That's my biggest breakthrough, is realizing my strength and weakness.
Nice. Yeah, it's getting
How about you?
close to the 1 hour mark, so we'll just wrap some of these questions
What
up.
about you, Trevor? Oh, okay. We have more questions. We got more questions.
Honestly, like it's very similar to yours.
Strength and weakness.
Um, I'm taking your strength and applying it to your strengths are my weaknesses. My weaknesses are your strengths.
I totally vibe. I get it. Move on.
Yeah, so it's just like taking the goods, leaving the bads, soaking in the
Yes, sir.
knowledge. Yeah.
Mm.
You don't have issues with payment processor if you suddenly get a 5K sale on your Shopify payments like in
Mm.
normally no. If you're in the outside the US and Canada, I know Shopify payments there's some people can't get approved for it. In that case, you probably want to use Stripe. No worries.
No, it's okay. You don't have to apologize, brother. It's just that's what the mentorship looks like. We keep you accountable. Mickey, Nicky, Licky.
I'll buy your course if you show some real life proof. We already did.
Bro, go back to the first part of the video. We just had live case of like literally last week, bro. What do you mean?
What is your profit per month for your most successful store?
My record, it was last year in October. I spent 3.9K on Google ads. And then I did about 89K rev to 90. But the profit margin was like 20K. So like that was like my best number. And like I'd be trying to hit those. I still be trying to hit those. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For me, it was honestly I don't really keep track because like my accounting, I just give it to my accountant. But yeah, I have good margins on my store. Um, I remember definitely like last October, November, I had a few orders where I was making 30% and there was like a $30,000 order. So I
Yeah.
think that was biggest month is like 25K or so profit.
No. Oh, fuck.
2 fire emojis. Compared to American market, would you say HE is difficult? I would recommend USA market just because we're familiar with it more and we can help you a little bit better. But yeah, we know some people that sell in the UK and they're doing well. It's just the marketing strategy a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I guess that wraps up all the questions. Perfect timing because we just hit the 1 hour mark. So thank you guys for watching. Any final words, Marcus, before we wrap it up?
Rise to your peak, flow to your rhythm. Love you guys. See you guys next week.
All right. Have a good one.